We are live. Hey guys, Mental Health Mondays. We're going to start doing this thing from now on because we think it's so important in society. Plus, with the state of everything going on, you got corona, you got jobs, you got unemployment, you got a number of things that everybody's going through. So, Mental Health Monday. So, we're going to get started. As you know, the wife is a psychiatrist. She's actually a doctor. So, this is what she does.
That's what I do. But
Bricks, let me say what's up to my dog, man. Hey, I see it. Hey, congratulations on the house, bro.
But we just want to talk about it from just a lay perspective, you know, from just everybody's point of view. This isn't going to be like a medicalized conversation, but there are going to be some medical tidbits in there because, you know, I can't help it. But this was actually his idea.
I think it's a great idea just because, like I said, it's so much going on. I mean, the crazy thing is, like, we're so busy doing, like, our jobs, work, you know what I mean? We don't get a chance to stop and look and see where exactly we are. So sometimes you got to take a step out of yourself to look at yourself and sometimes pat yourself on the back because you're doing an amazing job. But we don't do that because we're so hard on we're our worst critic, which is bad.
And we've like glorified being busy and like working all the time and like money and being like slaves to money. So I really feel like Mental Health Monday is like a little break from all that. It's just your time and our time to take a step back, look at what's going on in the world, in our lives, you know, take a break and just take a step back, put the kids to sleep late.
Right. We tried. Look, mental health, and you got a 2 and a 3-year-old. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is insane. Oh my God. They jumping off the couch to the bean bag. They throwing stuff on the floor. Jason went on the wall. Like, what? Come on, bro.
Yeah, the
really?
2 and 3-year-old do not make Mental Health Mondays very good.
Right.
But yes, even, you know, us, you know, with the CBD company and promoting health and telling everyone to take care of themselves and self-care and everything, we don't always follow our own advice.
We don't. I forgot to tell you, I'm Jason, Mr. Hempoholic, and this is my wife, Dr. Ayo Gathing, and we are the Hempoholics. We've got a farm in Oregon. I'll tell you guys about that later. But let's get back to this mental health thing.
So what did you want to talk about, Boo?
So I got a few topics
He's got topics.
Yeah, I did my research, not really. So there's a barriers around the black community, and it's huge barriers around the black community and mental health.
I'm proud of him exploring the mental health stigma in black communities. Look at you, Boo.
Yes, a lot of big words.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, just from a psychiatric perspective, you know, I know that there's so much stigma surrounding mental health. I mean, I'm just really shocked. The last 5 years, though, it's been crazy. I mean, mental health has just been put on the forefront. I mean, just celebrities, just TV shows, everything has kind of brought mental health into, like, the forefront of society.
Even pets have mental health issues. Her friend, she has a puppy. It's a poodle. It's cute. It's cute as a whip. But look, so the dog is like antsy and crazy, and then we give him some. Like, she bought some of our product, and it calmed the.
Why you doing like that? She did buy some.
She did buy the product. But she bought it. The dog was crazy antsy, and then it was kind of depressed when she left. And now the dog is totally fine, which is awesome.
Yeah, he got super anxious. Like, whenever we would have parties or get-togethers at the house, he would like run away and go all the way to the other side of the house. And now he'd be turned up, hanging out with us, doing little tricks. So, I mean, even animals have really seen some of the effects of just COVID and being cooped up and not being able to be as out and about. So, I mean, I think it's really a good thing to talk about this and explore, you know, mental health in all communities, minority communities especially, because we're the ones that I think have the most stigma.
I agree. So guys, the one thing that I could say that I looked up, it's a high cost of mental health in, you know, I would say the black community in general. It costs a lot. Well, or we don't have insurance, which is the problem. Or, right? What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, any medical services are not cheap, but mental health services are even harder to access because there's less therapists, less psychiatrists than all the other kind of specialties. So there really is a shortage, and especially with kids. Like, I'm a child psychiatrist, we're like a dime a dozen. So, right. And then if you want to look at minority therapists, which I know we're going to get to later, there's even less minority psychiatrists and less minority therapists. I mean, it made sense. Like, I had to put it in there. It made sense. It went there.
It did make sense. My bad.
So I think it's hard to access. So when we went into the CBD business, we were really looking at reaching, the community and talking and educating people on mental health in communities that have really in the past been kind of disenfranchised or really not had access to that information.
Right. Another thing, okay, so with this costing, like half the time, like I have, like right now, I need to go see the dentist. And I know this ain't mental health, but like, I'm sure people are like the same way with doctors. Like, I should go and I have insurance, but I don't feel like going because I already know it's going to be painful, or right. I just don't feel like going, which is the problem. I mean, I should go. I know I need to go because it's going to hurt either way. So we just got to get past it. That's what we do. As a community, just spend the insurance money. That's what it's for. Just spend it.
Yeah,
I need to tell myself this, right?
If you have insurance, I mean, the dentist, you think it's going to hurt. But I think mental health-wise, people are scared, like, what they're going to tell them, or they don't trust kind of the system.
You are just going off.
Wait a minute now. I don't know all your little topics. So
She's supposed to look at the topics. I didn't send them to her.
I looked at some, but I didn't memorize it.
Okay.
But you might not trust what they're going to give you or say to you, so they just don't go. Kind of like the dentist. I mean, I went to the dentist. I literally went to a dentist appointment that they canceled. And they were like, oh, no, you don't have an appointment today. So I overly went to the dentist.
Okay. Guys, we're going to run into the next topic. So it's about shame around mental health. If you have mental health, it's like, it's shameful, right? Well, it's not shameful, but some of the stigmas around it can be like, you have anxiety? Like, yeah. I'm about to go skydiving. Of course I have anxiety. You know what I mean?
What?
I went skydiving. I was
like about to go skydiving. What does that have to do
when
with
I turned 31, long story, I won't even get into it. I ended up going skydiving because I couldn't go to Vegas the year before because I tore my meniscus, which is actually my Achilles. But whatever. Short story, long story short. So yeah, I'll let her talk about that topic.
Shopping for a therapist. Yes, organic brownie. Shopping for a therapist is essential. Like, some people, just like any other thing, the first time you try something, it might not be the right fit for you. Right. So your first therapist might not be the best fit for you. But don't give up on therapy and be like, therapy's not for me just because you didn't like that first therapist. So I'm glad you said that.
But it's hard, though. Like, all you get is a picture and some words, and it's like, ooh, she got a nice smile. I'm a rock with her, bro.
When we were trying to look for a couples therapist, that's another thing. Relationships need therapy and fine-tuning too. God. Maintenance, check-ins.
For sure.
Yeah, so we were like, how do you choose a couples therapist? Literally, like, you just look on there.
And even if nothing's wrong, it's good to have a couples therapist because, like for us, we have a million things going on. We got the business, and we got another business, and she's got work, and then we got the kids, and then we got some more business. You know what I mean? It's always something. Then we got to go, and then we got to meet family and friends. So it's crazy. So you actually do need to, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just need to check in. Or sometimes we might be on different wavelengths, which most women are from Mars, men from Venus, Mars. You get the whole point.
But
either way.
Men are from Mars.
Oh, my bad. I had a blind moment.
From Venus.
It does make sense because they had the little razor. It says Venus.
I just remember M and
Venus razors. They have Venus razors.
Oh yeah, Venus razors.
Right. See, I got this.
Okay.
So,
but yes, we can be different and have different perspectives and outlooks on things. So it's good to have a third party kind of check in and be objective. So yes.
There are some cultural stigmas. Especially even looking at the black community, they're like, Uncle Ruckus is in the back, you know what I mean? He's always hitting his head. But like, what is really wrong with Uncle Ruckus? Did nobody decide to check on why he is acting the way he is acting? Like, seriously, like, they just give him another beer or something, or give him like some, maybe some, I don't know, Mountain Dew or something because he wanted Mountain Dew. He actually needs help. He needs maybe just something to just relax him. Maybe he just got a headache, but we didn't even check because they're like, that's just Uncle Ruckus, which we should probably.
No, that's really good. And like, even with kids, like, people are coming to me like, autism is new and all this, and I'm like, no, it's not. People just used to make fun of the kids, or send them to a special school, or just call them slow. Everybody called people slow. So I really think like these things have been around forever, but especially in minority communities, I know even Asian communities, they don't necessarily address some of these issues and stigmas, and really they just kind of sweep it under the rug. They either hide the people or explain it away. So yeah, I think I agree with
and
you.
Honestly,
that
you
uncle or cousin or whoever that's
Uncle
like
Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus.
But for real, like we've got to touch on some of these things because it makes a big difference in our life. You know what I mean? Like, it could be work, family, who knows what it could be, but it could make a huge difference. Right? You think?
Yeah, I think. I agree.
She knows. She's the doctor. She's the doctor, so she knows.
Yeah, but everyone's everyone's family has a lot of craziness going on, even like normal craziness, but then there is usually a little something
you
in
got
everybody's
that aunt
family.
that be praying in the corner for hella long for everybody. Everybody got one of them. She a little touched. She ain't too, you know. We got the oil for it. We got that Hempoholic. We got that oil for it.
Okay.
The relaxing, calming. Had to throw that in just because of our company. But side note. So, okay, the next one I'm going to say lack of diversity in healthcare. Since you do work in healthcare, since you are a healthcare professional, since you are an actual doctor, since you finished your undergrad in med school and whatever she did. All that amazing stuff. All that amazing stuff. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. What do you think about the diversity?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I did touch on this one a little bit, but I think, and diversity doesn't just mean like you have to see someone that looks like you. I think we always get kind of hung up on that. Like, I'm black, I have to see a black person. Or I'm Asian, I have to see an Asian person. Or I'm Hispanic. But sometimes you just want a diverse opinion, or you want someone you feel like might understand your struggle or your plight. So you might want to have access to that. But you might see that, oh my goodness, I have a black therapist or 2 or 3, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't work for me. Right. So maybe someone from another culture might work for you, but you want to have the option. And I think that's where in a lot of specialties and within mental health, you don't necessarily have that option.
But you gotta like be able to trust them though. Like, that's the crazy. But sometimes you can't always trust them. I mean, you should be able to, but sometimes you just...
Yeah. Trust is hard.
Trust is definitely hard. Especially when somebody you don't know. So you kind of got to get a feel of them or talk to them, or maybe, I guess you can't really, I mean, what would you do?
Well, you just be honest. You could say, you know what, this is really uncomfortable for me.
I'm black. I don't know if I trust you, bro.
You can even say that. Like, as a black person, if you're not going to see someone black, even as a black person with another black person, you say this is awkward, or I have a hard time trusting.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I mean, just be open and honest. That's what therapy's for. So, I mean, just say everything or anything that's on your mind, and it could be addressed and talked about and worked into, you know, your work. So.
Right. Speaking of that.
But if you don't find someone of your culture in your area, don't give up and just not go to therapy. Like, the next best thing is just having therapy with someone and addressing those issues, like, you know, that barrier or that gap.
Speaking of doctors, I actually need to get a doctor in general for my...
You do.
I don't want to go to the hospital.
He's not going to the doctor.
My wife's a doctor. I just don't want to go.
And I am not. I am a psychiatrist, okay? Like,
I'm like, you do the exam.
Yeah, I am not the one you want to go to if you got, like, something, like, you know, real serious going on medically. So
I need to get over it.
So he
not really. I just need to go. I just need to use our insurance because we do have insurance.
We definitely have good insurance.
And just go.
So go to get your medical checkups, get your mental health checkups. I mean, because mind and body go together. If your body's not feeling good, your mind can't feel good. And if your mind doesn't feel good, your body can't feel good. So you can't neglect either aspect of your health. That's what you meant by that?
Yes, that's exactly what I meant. Okay, next topic, guys. I'm going to jump right in this. It's a poor competency among non-black clinicians. So basically, it's like you don't really think that the clinicians aren't really trained appropriately to deal with your race, ethnic kind of impact. It's kind of the same thing, but they just aren't actually trained. So what do you think? Is that
that's kind of what you said. You can actually ask, like, what is your experience working with African Americans or working with, you know, millennials or working with older people? Like, whatever you are, you can say, what's your experience working with this population? Do you feel adequately trained or prepared to do that? And if you don't, then can you refer me to someone you think might? Like, be open and honest. And they might say, hey, I've been training for this my whole life. I've been ready. You're just the first one to walk in my door and give me a chance. So let's do this. So, I mean, just because they've never seen anyone of your race or culture before doesn't mean they're not prepared and trained to do it. So it's kind of like both. Someone might be trained and prepared and seen a million people. They might have been trained and prepared, never seen one. Or they might not have been trained and they want to try. So...
Okay, so that's honestly what you just said. It kind of brings us into the next topic. So most in the medical field is predominantly Caucasian. Do you think most clinicians are trained to deal with the norm of Caucasian people, so to speak? Do you guys know what I mean? Kind of get that? I see a hand raised.
No, that's a wave.
Oh, what's up, bro?
Hey. I don't necessarily... Well, okay.
Like, are you
it just depends. I went to Morehouse School of Medicine, right? So clearly I'm trained. I'm an African American. What do y'all got for panic attacks? Hi. So we have an anxiety blend that definitely worked. Literally, I took it earlier today. My kids was running around. I was tired. I had a headache from my allergies. Work was crazy. I was like, I need something. I'm about to freak out. I need to calm down. Our anxiety blend, and you can take it multiple times a day. So,
and the difference is we use all natural herbs,
yeah,
and we combine them with what we grow at our farm, and basically it's all vegan grown. So we combine it, get it tested by our farms in Oregon. So we get it tested by the Oregon Department of Agriculture, and the stuff is just amazing. It just works. Yeah. Like I need it. We need it. I love all of our products. Though,
yeah. So hempoholicCBD.com, get that anxiety blend and it can help with the panic attack because it'll calm down some of that baseline anxiety.
And it doesn't sedate you; it just kind of takes the edge off. So, but you still can think. It still boosts your cognitive functioning, so you can think clearly. It just takes the edge off.
Yeah.
So, we were talking about
the whiteness. So I feel like I was trained and prepared. But someone who is in a different area that has no minorities on staff, no one training them that was minority, they might not have the same training and background, and they might be speaking to the culture of whiteness and, really looking from a perspective of being Caucasian and having Caucasian training and all the scenarios, all the practice. So I think that can lead you to where you have a foundation of whiteness or thinking.
We got to do a boot camp for clinicians.
To do what? Us?
No. We ain't got the time.
Oh, I was like, what? I'm really going to need the anxiety blend. Now he trying to add more to our plate.
I mean, but do they have
I think they do, yes. They have like cultural competency. They're trying to...
Who's teaching it though?
I mean, it just depends. But yes, there's people who... But it's not just a black and white thing. There's a lot of other cultures out there. So you have to teach cultural competency and being respectful and open-minded.
But are they awake? Are they asleep during the whole thing?
They're not asleep. They don't let you sleep. They're awake. But yeah, so you might have blinders about, you're from California, so you were around all cultures. But for me, when we first got together, being from Florida, it was black, white, and Spanish. I wasn't really introduced to Asian communities and the differences. And I know. And so he taught me that, even though in the textbooks we read about some of this stuff. So it's just different. It's not a black, white thing. It's just being competent and aware and open and thoughtful about who you're dealing with in front of you.
But it's crazy though if you think about it. They could be politically correct, but it could be offensive.
Yeah.
But not meant to be offensive. So it's kind of shady, but it's the truth, right?
Yeah, for sure. But you need your patients to call you out on that and say, hey, that was a little shady, or I felt offended by that, because that can teach the oh my goodness, I did not mean that, But and that's how they learn. If no one says anything, then how they're gonna know?
But you can't go bad on the doctor, because sometimes they just don't. Just that just kind of that ain't. Let's try it different.
Yeah, you gotta be informative and educational with them and let them know how you feel and why you're offended, and so they can learn from it. Right. It's just like anything else. Doctors are not perfect people.
You guys are not perfect.
Don't know everything. We're not.
She thinks you know everything.
That's not because I'm a doctor. That's
right.
Ladies, don't we know it?
Mostly. Okay. Distress in the medical.
Okay.
So
we kind of talked about that.
Yeah, we kind of did. I guess
that's a good one. I'm reading this list now. Finally.
Okay, difficulty navigating the process.
So, what are your thoughts on that? As a person who's had to interact with the healthcare system and the mental healthcare system, even.
Yeah, so like looking for a therapist, looking for a doctor. Oh my God, it's a headache. Because we kind of talked about it earlier, but it's like you go on there like. On these, if you need a therapist, you go on these sites and you see like, I don't like your face. I don't like your face. I definitely don't like your face. You smiling too hard. I don't trust you.
What?
I like you because it's like a face and then words. Like you know what they should do is an interactive kind of like.
They've started that.
Like a virtual.
They've
where
started
they move
that.
A little bit or something
no.
like that.
On Psychology Today. They've started where you can do like video introductions of yourself. Like, hi, I'm Dr. Ayo Gathing. I'm a child psychiatrist. My specialty is this. Love to meet you. Come on in. Like, so you can feel someone's vibe out.
Yeah, you
it's not a requirement, but you can.
It's kind of like a Plenty of Fish date. Well, they probably don't have Plenty of Fish date. But you know what I mean? If you get that on there, like you can get. Yeah, they might.
Oh, that would be a dope app.
What?
Like matching people up. Like, kind of like dating, but like. An app for the healthcare system? Did I just come up with something?
Oh, that would be dope. Nobody take that.
Don't take
I don't know
that.
if we're going to use it yet.
We got that patented. No, just playing. But that would be dope. Like,
that would be dope.
You swipe left, you swipe left, we choose each other. Oh, but I guess the doctors can't really swipe
right. They can't swipe.
Or left. Like, what's the good one? Left or right?
I think it's swipe. Wait. It was a while because we actually met on Plenty of Fish. Go to sleep, son. He up 2 and 3. He will not go to sleep at all. But like, what is it? So we actually met on Plenty of Fish years ago. She stalked me, and then I ended up on a date.
That did not happen.
The crazy thing about
no
this,
one believes that.
I had a mental health weekend because actually it was 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It was my birthday month.
And by mental health weekend, he means he appeared psychotic for a week or two.
Slightly inebriated. It's my birthday. I feel like everybody should be getting it in. You know what I mean? I did. Well, see, okay, I will tell you this. So we had that daiquiri. You know how they got the daiquiris, and some of them are extremely strong. So I had one. I was like, oh my God, it's not really working. So I had another one. Bad idea. Yeah, bad idea.
Yeah. First date.
I didn't throw up.
He didn't. I had to follow him home, though, because I was like, is he going to live? Right. Like, I had to drive and follow him home. He was like, I'm fine. I was like, you're not fine. And my friends were like, girl, is it over? I was like, I mean, it was his birthday. Like what I kind of saw.
I did it.
Anyway, long story short, I gave him another chance. He messed that one up too.
It was my birthday. Come on, you guys feel me? Like, especially we were younger.
Not that young. We were not that young. We were old enough. We were old enough to know you don't get drunk on your first date. Even if it's your birthday week. It wasn't even the day of his birthday. But anyway, so long story short, I don't even know how do we get to that.
Dating.
The app. The doctor app. Yeah, I don't know if doctors can swipe right on people.
But that would be good to match like a whole.
But situation. You can match but the doctors can match like their specialties and like what they do and provide like age ranges and stuff.
Like
and then
the sight thing. Remember, because like they no.
Anyway,
okay. Just like that.
No.
All right.
Just no.
Go to the next topic.
But anyway, it can be hard to navigate the healthcare system in general, especially mental health care. Like, do I need a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a therapist, a social worker? Having that level of education, and then, how do I enter? Do I need a referral? Do I not need a referral? Can I go to anyone? Do they take my insurance? What do they take? Is there a copay? Right. All of that. So it can be complicated, and it can require a little bit of research on your part. So sometimes you have to kind of, put that work in.
So guys, I will get to the next topic. The next topic is on emotional hesitation. Like, I know, like, just like with this whole, I need to go see the dentist, but I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't gonna do it.
Look, I look.
Like, it's gotta hurt 2 more days or something like that, I'm gonna go. But that's the
You've
thing.
You've been talking about that a while.
I know, but I changed toothpaste, and it's totally fine. It's totally fine.
Look, do not do this for mental health. Don't be like,
don't
I found whatever, now I don't need it. Unless it's the CBD oil. Like, you can really, like, use our CBD oil and see what... It does work really well. It probably won't take the place of your therapist if you need therapy.
I actually tried our topical on the side of my mouth and had a toothache, and it actually worked.
Oh my God, I know. I used a topical on everything. Anywhere. It's so
my
good.
dad, okay, look, my dad, we finally got him to actually use it after a whole year. He's like, Dad, our product is amazing. People love it. It works really well. So my dad finally tried it. He got an injury or something, tried it. And then he's been raving about it with all of his friends.
Now it's like, yo, it works. We're like, we've been telling you that for 2 years.
We're telling you, Dad. Like, you know. He actually sent them to his friend in San Francisco, and he tried it, and it was amazing. He done bought 3 of them. And
now everyone's loving it.
Right.
That's funny. But, I mean, you don't have to take our word for it. Actually try it and see what you think. But in general, we were talking about, the emotional hesitation. Yeah, I think it could be, you know, a little scary, a little anxiety provoking to think about what you might need in terms of mental health care and who's going to provide that. And is it going to work for you? Are they going to get all your business? Are they going to give you medication?
They're going to do that. It's okay.
I mean,
you got to trust somebody. We have to trust. And the crazy thing is,
referrals are amazing. Like if you could talk to someone that knows a referral, if they work with someone or something like that, then that's awesome.
Yeah, the crazy thing, we actually do need the help. And the crazy thing, so even when we do have like our marriage or couples counseling, like, I actually feel so much better because this may not even be about our relationship. It might just be about me, and it's just getting what's inside out, and you feel so much better. It's like, oh, it's a weight that I didn't even know I had. You've been carrying it for who knows how long, and sometimes it just feels good to get it out. So just got to find a positive way to get it out, which always works. It's good.
Or there might be like a communication barrier. Like sometimes for us, like I'm trying to say something, I'm not expressing it the best way, and then it turns into something else, and he's not hearing me. And so sometimes like the couples therapist can, you know, provide you some maintenance and tune you up and help you communicate better.
So the other way of saying that is guys have blue earmuffs and women have pink microphones. And then, well, I heard it this weekend. Some guy told me about it. It's basically like we don't hear each other right. So you guys have pink earphones and white and the blue. It's basically we don't hear each other correctly. So you hear different than I talk, and I talk different than you hear. You know,
no, I do believe that. I get it. I mean, no, I don't get that, but I get that you don't hear me, and I don't necessarily always hear you. Like it's almost like someone speaking a different language, and you're like waiting for like the captions at the bottom, and you're like, what's happening?
Sometimes you just gotta draw it out. That don't work. Stick figures, whatever works, but that's still it's totally fine. You just gotta run with it. They're always right. Guys, remember that women are always right. Happy wife,
only took him 6 years
it's
of
so
marriage
hard
to figure that out.
It's so
7
hard.
years of being together. Dr. Gardner told me it takes 7 years.
She did say that.
She said 7 years.
Yeah, you got to give her that credit. She did say that though.
Mm-hmm. I call her.
Okay. Another one is.
Is this the last one?
Yeah.
Oh, last topic, guys.
The last one is negative past experiences. So, like, if you've been to the doctor or been to a therapist that was actually horrible and had a horrible experience, they're not all like that. They're not all like that. Not just that one. Maybe they had a bad day. Maybe they, lunch. Who knows? Maybe they had a spouse at the home was tripping hard. I mean, just like getting on their nerves.
Why you look at me like that?
No, she's an angel. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yes. Or negative past experience in terms of your own life and trauma that you're carrying around, right? So like some of your trauma in life might be hindering you from being able to trust in relationships or try new experiences or new things or open up your mind, to just new things in general. So that might also be a barrier to receiving mental health care or someone in your family has had a bad experience with mental health care or taking a medicine that messed them up for life. I don't know how many times I've heard that story. Like, he took one Prozac and he was done for life. And I'm like, That wasn't Prozac. I'm sorry. That's just not it.
It wasn't Prozac.
It was not the Prozac. So sometimes life experiences, your own personal life experiences, can hinder you. And then hearing about other people's negatives. Hey, Amanda.
Hey, Amanda. She's the best stager and decorator, decor. Everybody got to follow her. She's dope. She really is dope. Like,
staging and decor.
She is fire.
Yes. You caught the last point. So our last point for Mental Health Monday is negative past experiences. So you could either have a bad negative experience, negative experience with a therapist and not want to go, or anywhere in the healthcare system and not want to go. Someone else might have had a bad experience, so you don't want to go, or your own trauma or things you've been through have made you not trusting of other people or new environments or situations. So you just kind of keep that pain to yourself. And
that's when the calming blend comes in, because sometimes you talk yourself out of stuff and you really don't need to. You just need to talk yourself into some Hempoholic calming blend. Take it. It's gonna relax you, and it works. And then you go to the doctor, and then let them talk to you, and you're calm.
You are late. That's okay though. That's okay, girl. It's better late than never. Oh, KB.
What's up, dog?
Better late than never, guys. And it was not all about the products. We had Mental Health Monday, but don't worry. Even though you're late, we're gonna be doing this regularly. I would say every Monday, but I can't promise you that.
I got a few different topics during the week. I'm going to try to get her on because she likes it. She's got to go.
I do not like going live. And that's another thing. Like,
I don't know why.
I don't know. Every time I go live, I'm like, oh my God, that was so fun. I got to connect. We're building an audience. Look, KB's on, Amanda's on. It's been so many people on. And like, I really think it's an important information do we have something for a sore throat? We'll get to that. It's important information for the community that we have just from our company and me being a psychiatrist, our relationship, just the things we've learned over the years. We got it. Sore throat. It depends on where your throat is sore. So like,
what'd you do?
Like, I gotta turn on my doctor's hat on. There's a number of different reasons your throat can be sore. This time of year, a lot of times it's allergies.
It probably is allergies.
Especially in Atlanta, the seasons are changing, the trees are changing. I
got back from Miami. I was itching.
He was so itchy.
I was totally fine, but it was just it's something about the
different climate and trees and everything. So our mood uplift formula has things for like inflammation and your immune system, build your immune system.
It's actually going to give you a little energy
as well.
It gives you a
little kick.
It's going to boost your cognitive thinking. So you're going to think good. You're going to be ready to work and go. So.
Yeah. Or our gummies, also the daytime gummies.
We can't
give you
keep those in stock. That's the bad thing.
They're amazing. So those are the ones I would try, KB. Oh, hey. He going to call you.
Perfect.
But yes, Mental Health Mondays, and it's all things mental health, relationships, just people.
We're just gonna talk.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk. But he had actual topics, so and I think CBD kind of lends itself to opening the door to all these conversations, right? It's like your foot into health conversations. Yeah, Amanda said definitely allergies. Probably most likely. If you got like strep or something, we can't help you, bro. You need an antibiotic. But if it's your allergy, no, right. If you are around kids or anything, you get strep throat. But
there is a stigma between like the crazy like hemp in the industry or CBD these days. Like it's not that big of a deal. Like it's like not cannabis, but it's not. Think about cabbage and spinach. It's just a cousin, but this one you get all the health properties without having the psychoactive effect of it. It's not going to hurt you. Cannabis has never hurt anybody. All these millions of years, even the Indians were using cannabis, and they're totally fine.
Native Americans?
Yes, Native Americans. How you know?
Oh, you could have been.
Red dot feather. Either way. People have been using this for years.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Sorry. You could have been talking about Indians from India. My bad.
Right. See? But either way, guys, this stuff works. I mean, you just kind of have to get out there and try it. We have a bunch of we have an ebook that you guys probably need to pick up just for basic knowledge. If you want to have a business or if you just want to just learn about CBD, you should probably pick it up. Because we give you a lot of game in there. And we got a course coming out too. So if you want to really get a deep dive in there, we have a course that we're going to pick up. But like I said, there's the stigma behind CBD. A lot of people don't know about it, but it's a lot of amazing quality. So our first experience with it is our kid had hand, foot, and mouth. He was turning 1 year old or so, or somewhere around there. And he had a wisdom tooth coming in, had a fever for like, a few days, right? She prescribed some medicine.
I gave him like Tylenol and Motrin.
Right, she did.
I was like, I didn't prescribe my baby
She
nothing.
didn't
Just
prescribe.
let y'all know.
It's Tylenol and Motrin. Anyways, so he had the fever, nothing was working, and we gave him some CBD. And some of our farmer friends that came down, whatever. Long story short, we gave them some, and it was crazy. 25 minutes later, his mood totally changed. It was like, what is that? Like, he had energy, he was eating again. Like, it's insane. So at that point, we decided, like, let's really figure out what this stuff is, and like really jumped into it. So, like, don't be afraid of CBD, hemp, whatever it is. Well, ours is CBD. But it's an amazing product. Well, our products are amazing. They're not all made
we can't speak for all CBD. We can speak for ours. It's CBD itself. I know I tried to wave. I think he's gone already.
Is he gone?
He already left. It's
dip.
okay. Sometimes you join and dip. That's okay. That's okay.
Mental Health Mondays.
Mental Health Mondays. We're going to be here coming live. Literally live. Coming at you if he can drag me in.
Did you like it?
I did.
See?
I liked it.
She didn't want to. She was trying to
I
go to sleep.
I didn't want to. I was literally
She put them
in
socks
the bed. I was literally in the bed. And I was like, listen to my ebook.
Like, come on.
No, audiobook.
Like, come on.
Oh, my audiobook. He was like, come on, let's do it. Mental Health Monday. So this is our inaugural Mental Health Monday. Did you guys enjoy it? Let us know. We'll post it for those of you who didn't get to see it. Next time we'll actually advertise it. I just thought we didn't tell people about it.
We didn't.
We just like hopped online.
That's how life be though. Like, we got the kids. I was planning to do it earlier, and then I cut their hair. They got these dope mohawks. Like, I taped it up.
He's getting better. That's a Rona skill and talent. Have any of y'all got a Rona talent y'all have picked up? Mental Health Monday.
Mental Health Mondays.
Like, it's made of chefs, gardeners, barbers, everything, maids, everything. You're doing everything now because of Rona. So.
Right. So you guys check us out. HempoholicCBD.com. Hempoholic. Oh yeah, you got the website here.
Check our bio has our link. Check the bio. That's our website. All the products we talked about are there. All the other products
Even
that we
more.
have.
And we got some other stuff coming in.
We have
too,
some things we're trying out to see if we want to bring it to
So if you want some of the test products, let us know.
Oh, yeah.
We can actually...
If y'all are interested in something.
You want to tell me about the libido one?
No. We'll tell next week.
Libido one's fun for a lot of people on a trip.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay. We'll see you guys.
See you next week.